Hello everyone, so bringing you guys another video here today. This is going to be episode 2 of the Building Laguna series, and as you can probably tell by the title, today we are going to talk about the tint. So now I've had the tint on my car for, I want to say, a little over a month now. Just wanted to give it plenty of time to dry, and also wanted to make sure I could give you guys an honest review of what I think of it. So obviously I'll probably follow up on this video later on with my thoughts, but today let's go ahead and talk about the tint, and before I do that, let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Alrighty guys, so as you guys can see, this is the tint on the car. Now I went with an Xpel Prime XR film. If you guys know anything about films, Xpel's a well-known name in the film industry. They also make paint protection film as well for your car. This is a 35% tint, so it is below the legal limit in my state, which is Minnesota. So check your state laws. Obviously most people do go darker just because you get much better look. You also get a lot better heat protection. The next level below this was going to be 20%, and I didn't want to go too dark to take away from the look and contrast of the car. Depending on how things go with the series, I may go down to the 20% at some point. On my windshield, I do not have any tint. So if you guys can kind of take a look at this, you guys can kind of get an understanding of what it looks like without any tint on versus what I have in terms of here. So with this level of tint, you can still see people inside of it, but typically when you look at it from this angle, it actually looks very similar to 20%. So very happy with this film. It looks absolutely beautiful from the outside, really matches well with the black and blue contrast that I'm going for, and it's been an absolute godsend in terms of the heat protection and the heat rejection. I have pretty sensitive eyes, so I wanted to make sure I went dark, had a lot of heat protection, and the Xpel Prime XR is one of the best films that you can get. There is also an XR Plus above this level of film that is a little bit more expensive. It has a bit better heat rejection, but I did not opt to go with that film. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and throw the head strap mount on the GoPro, and I'll go ahead and give you guys both a daytime view of what it looks like from inside of the car, along with the nighttime view later on tonight. Alrighty guys, so we are inside the car with the GoPro head mount. Before I go any further, if you guys have any feedback, go ahead and throw it my way. It is my first time using the head strap mount, so I'm gonna hope that this is a good angle for you guys. So with that out of the way, today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this film that I have specifically, along with tint in general. So as I mentioned earlier, this is the Xpel Prime XR film. It is a 35% tint, and there's a lot of good films out there from all sorts of brands. You'll probably hear about films from 3M, Suntech, Xpel, and there's probably dozens of other ones that I don't even know about. Before you get tint on your car, make sure to do the research. Not every film is the same, and there's all sorts of different qualities of film out there. Some have different hues, some have better heat rejection, some are easier to lay on or harder to lay on. So before you get your tint, don't just look for the cheapest price or the best deal. Make sure that you understand what film is actually being put on your car. I called about a dozen tint shops in town to get an idea of what they sell, along with what their pricing is, and Tint Works MN by far gave me the best deal. And not only that, I also got an extremely high quality film with really good heat rejection, and that's exactly what I was looking for. Now the front windshield again does not have any tint on it, so this is kind of similar to what it would look like for you guys in your car. This is the right window here, and this is the left. So as you guys can see, with 35%, during the daytime, it's not too drastic. You can still really easily see out of all your windows. If you do go something with something darker like 20 or a 5% film, it will be a lot harder to see both in daytime and obviously especially in nighttime. So before you get tint on your car, make sure you understand just exactly how dark it's going to be both during the daytime and the nighttime, so that you don't go with something that's either too light or too dark for what you're comfortable with. Alright Alright guys, so as promised, wanted to get you guys some nighttime driving footage as well. So it's actually past midnight right now, and it was actually a really rainy and foggy day here, so this is actually kind of a good example of what you would see on kind of a darker day. So again, nothing on the windshield, 35% on the left and right windows, and as you can see, during nighttime you get quite a bit of contrast, so it does look a lot darker. The 35 again is kind of a happy medium for a lot of folks. It's not too dark to the point where you can't see, but it definitely does block out a lot of light. I am kind of in a residential slash business area right now, so there are a lot of traffic lights and a lot of street lights. However, when you're in an area where there's essentially no lights whatsoever, it is definitely difficult to see. I actually will use my brake light to see behind me and give me some more lighting when I'm backing up. So that's going to wrap up the GoPro section of this video, and we'll go ahead and roll the outro. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up today's video. Let me know what you guys thought of the GoPro footage and if you'd like to see more of that in future videos. Other than that, I have plenty more videos coming up for you guys, so make sure to stay tuned. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Pull me back, take my hand, call my name, you understand, I wanna stay, 'cause I don't wanna walk away.